Another bill regarding regulations for pregnancy resource centers saw the governor issue a veto against it today. House Bill 2635 shields pregnancy centers opposed to abortion from any law or regulations that would require them to perform or provide counsel for the procedure. Governor Kelly called it another attempt to interfere with a woman's medical decisions. Senate President Ty Masterson suggested it saves lives, while promising another vote to override the veto, which would likely succeed based on the original votes cast in both chambers.